just any talk with any of the Panthers who were under siege or under attack or at a state of war, you might say, you'll see quickly that they weren't acting like their normal selves. They were very angry, and they were very, worried, or you might even say paranoid, for a good reason. And of course, these things, anxiety, paranoia, aggression, things of this nature would be, they'd be called manic, they'd be called, persecutory delusion, schizophrenic, paranoid, so on and so forth, while the government was messing with them. Aren't these things the coolest little things, I'll probably put these hanging from my window shield, I just got them in the mail today. My mom just told me that the mailbox was vandalized. I think this is what they were going for, and they just vandalized it on the wrong day. Recently, they switched the mail delivery person, so perhaps they didn't know, and they're trying to stop me from getting these, and I have a good idea as to why. Obviously, I can't wear these. Maybe they saw my orders in my email, from the cyber attacks. Maybe they had access to my email and so on, and they knew that I was getting some kind of gloves, and they thought that they were, the gloves that I'm gonna wear to do combos in and talk shit. They didn't realize that they were gloves. I wish there was gloves like, if you know where I can get gloves that are normal size like this, that would be nice. But I knew that they were gonna be like this, And basically, you can see that I'm fighting, for the little guy. I'm fighting for the oppressed. Not because I hate Jews or anything like that. I'm fighting for, the people who are in the right, regardless what they are. I don't have Palestinians in my family. I have Jews in my family, though. So yeah. Also, I'd like to remind you that I have a lot of angry videos, and yes, I've reviewed them. Even on this James Jackson channel back in 2014, there are many angry videos. Here's a clip from one.
Size of doors, and it smashes down on the racist white imperial power structure until it sounds like the loudest church bell that ever was.
Yeah. People say, well, that's crazy. That's this and that. No, it is perhaps a poor attempt at poetry. Sometimes I'm not, as poetic as I usually am. I put all these videos out. I keep them up to remind me, what I was going through, and that I knew that later I would be given an opportunity to explain that I was very angry, and I think part of me thought that, that these things need to be said, Also, I know that they're trying to put me in the place they want me to be in. They've tried many ways to do that. You wouldn't be surprised. You'd be surprised how far. Depending on who you are, you would or wouldn't be surprised. But you'd be surprised. Most of you would be surprised at how far they've went to try to, quote unquote, put me in, in my place. Just like how far have they gone to put the Palestinians in their place? And you're just, it's just very obvious. It's very obvious what's going on here. And, a lot of you don't understand that the Black Panther Party also stood up for Palestine. Now that I've almost finished that book, I scanned through it before. There's certain books that I've scanned through before that I read later on, and that's one of them. I'm about to finish. I'm about on page 423 out of 463 pages. The rest are just notes after that. I've read all the notes too. It's, in between the chapters. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't make me the authority on the Black Panther Party, but I sure as hell know more than most of my viewers do about it. And again, if you think that I'm mistaken about something, no matter what it is, and you honestly think that I'm mistaken, you're not some troll or something, feel free to comment. I welcome all comments. I've made mistakes. There's one video I made a mistake where I believe on the term rank and file. I thought it referred to the leaders, but actually refers to the, the subordinates, the followers, the group. Honest mistake. Let's see what other mistakes. Obviously, I made the mistake when I tried to predict the last Republican primary. There's some other, they're tiny mistakes. I've made some tiny mistakes. Out of 3,300 videos, I've misspoken. I've been mistaken on very small issues. But all of my key points, except for the ones I've retracted myself, which were pretty much when I was trying to predict the Republican primary and stuff like that. Those, almost none of them, basically. All of them were correct. That's why I put money, to whoever can prove it wrong. So yeah, last time I went out, I believe it was yesterday, I saw this one Jewish guy at a park in San Jose. He was looking at me sideways for having the Palestinian. You can imagine, once I put these on my rearview mirror, I'm not going to be the most popular guy in San Jose in the Jewish community. We have our own synagogue and Jewish community center or something like that in San Jose. So it's going to get out, and and these gang stalkers who are partially Jewish are going to hate me even more. But today I saw this very attractive Jewish woman. Now again, I'm in somewhat of a long distance relationship, but I also know that I'm not going to speak on it anymore, because last time I spoke on it, it upset some people, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But anyway, she was a bad one, and I kind of joked with Big Brother, because I knew Big Brother was watching and listening, and I said, you know what, you're probably gonna think I'm a pussy or something, but if I had decided that, I'm not that serious about this long distance relationship or whatever, if I had decided to talk to her, we both know she would have, because she kind of had her little headphones, she had just gotten done running, but she was kind of sweaty, kind of walking home, probably not in the mood, probably wanted to get some water or something, probably not in the mood to get hard at by a black guy in a kung fu outfit in a car with bumper stickers on and a Palestinian placard, right? So if I had tried to talk to her, we all know I would have gotten the dirty look, or she would have been like, huh? Because she would have thought that I'm trying to bring something to her attention or something. Then when she realized that I'm trying to talk to her, she would have been like, oh, I have a boyfriend, or I'm married or something, and she would have walked away. True or not? We all know that. I know some of you are going to say, no, you're a pussy, or this and that. We know that, okay? And she would have been a Jewish female doing that too. You understand me? Do you understand me? I don't think you do. So yeah. Put your dukes up, all you Zionists. Put your dukes up. So yeah. You can imagine, when like next time my cousin comes to visit or something, my dad has Jewish friends, and let's just say that, sometimes it's not easy being the good guy. Putting your views out there, okay? It costs you more than man. And it's like the things. It's like, just like I can expect that Jews are not going to be happy when they see my Palestinian placard. I could expect that the government was going to harass me, and political groups were going to mess with me and cyber attack me. Like, everything that's happening was exactly what I expected. I'm pretty sure I even spoke on it, that this is going to happen eventually, and whoop-de-whoop. And so at first, I was coming hella tough with the Crip angle. I said, this is Crip, and, I got into the head that, hey, I'm a motherfucking banger. I'm not a bitch. So when people start fucking with me, keep that in mind, And, in a way, they got the message, in a way, they didn't, That's that. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to touch on, Motherfucking mailbox got vandalized. Out of all the mailboxes, it was ours. And my mom is still not suspicious. She didn't ask herself, well, why was it our mailbox out of all the other mailboxes? Still not suspicious. I'm still crazy. If that's not a sign, remember, our mailbox, before you guys jump to conclusions, it's not one of those mailboxes that's individual. It's a community mailbox. There's like, let's say, I think there's like 5, and there's like, I think there's about 25 mailboxes there. Okay? Something like that. 5 in rows of 5 or something like that. So, you gotta ask yourself, out of all 25, 30 mailboxes, why was it ours? Why was the mail late when I got my diploma or the certificate, my degree in the mail? Why did it magically, of all the mail I ever got, was that the one that was magically, mistakenly taken by the neighbors? And it had my diploma and the shoes I ordered on eBay, these Cortez I ordered the same day. And I made a video about that. I think it was on my Robot channel, or it was on the Sid Jackson channel. Why's that? Come on. They're going to say, well, it's all in your head that this is happening and you need to take your drugs. I know some of you naysayers in the comments, you know damn well that I'm right. You know that when you start pissing off the spiritual bottom feeders, you know damn well they start coming out the fucking woodworks and they start giving you a hard time. Okay? And it goes back, and this is how it's always been. You know, I live in a small white town. That uppity nigger, he's getting all political. He's getting all uppity. You know? That damn nigger thinks he's the champion of the world. Look at that black bastard. He thinks he's the top martial artist in America. And he's gonna, you know, make us look bad. You know? That boy needs to know his place. This would have never happened when I was a child. That boy, that one there,